Hey, hello, my name is Mendel Leij. I'm a composer and a mixing and mastering engineer from the Netherlands. And today I want to show you how I use a Wacom tablet for audio productions. So let's dig right in, here we go. Alright, so I thought perhaps it would be a good idea to first start explaining why I use a pen tablet, a Wacom tablet in the first place. And this is the Intuos Pro S. So 2 years ago my career really started to go up, so I was working a lot. And I really noticed like my muscle, like around here, and my arm started to tense up. And I went to a physiotherapist and he said like, okay, this is too much, because I was doing a lot of mouse work and this muscle was like way overused. They even put needles in it called dry needling, and it helped some, but like if I would keep on working, it would worsen the situation again. So that's when I tried a trackball, which for me made things worse. It didn't work for me at all. I really liked the concept of it, but it wasn't working for me at all again. So I noticed a good friend of mine called Hansen, a producer, amazing producer from Denmark, was using a Wacom pen tablet for his audio production. And as far as I know, he is the only person out there using that, as far as I know. So I thought I'm gonna give it a try. So I got like one of the cheaper models, the Intuos S, I believe. And it basically, honestly, swear to God, saved my career. The pains went away. About, let's say, like 90%. There's still some, but that's because mainly I work a lot. But something almost more important happened as well, which was a huge boost in workflow and speed, like immensely. So I'll show you how I use my my tablet in audio production. Here we go. So like I said about the intense pains in my arm, I was using a mouse a lot, and my mouse was like in this position, which is not like ergonomically the most healthy position. This is, however, because like when you walk, your hands like this on your side, not like this. So because of this strain, like the mouse was like killing my arm. It was like, I couldn't sleep because of it. So because of the pen tablet, my hand is like this, like on the side on my pen tablet. So like I said before, like almost all the pain went away, because I'm not like holding a mouse like this. It's more like I'm holding my hand like this with the pen in my hand. Lifesaver. So to show you how I use my pen, the large button is the middle mouse button and the smaller one is right click. And I'll show you how I use it in Cubase. So the cool thing of Cubase, which is my audio production software, like DAW, digital audio workstation of choice, is when I press the middle mouse button, I can like roam freely. Sometimes I use the scrolling function as well, which is pretty handy. But when I zoom in and press the middle button, which is the large button again, I can roam freely through my project. So instead of using up and down and left or right or that kind of stuff, I feel way more free using the middle button of the pen, and it feels way better than the mouse. Even if I use the middle button function of the mouse, where I have to do like the typical mouse thing, with this, because I have my screen set up so when I go to the upper left corner, it's up there, and when I take it off and I go to the down right, it jumps down to the bottom right. I feel free. That's all I can say about it. That's the most important thing. Feel free. I can navigate really quickly. I use G and H to zoom in and zoom out. And like this, I can just go to anywhere where I want in the project in a matter of seconds. Now another cool thing is, like I said, I use the right mouse button for the small button, which pops up this tool, like the different tools in Cubase. So when I want to draw something for audio, I could easily just press that one and just drag it along. And because I'm so used to it with the pen, like when I hold it on the right mouse click and then release it, it goes instantly to the object selection tool. Now the same thing if I want to edit drums, which is something we do, or program drums, I can easily navigate through all the notes. It's such a breeze to work through a project with a pen tablet versus a trackball or a mouse, at least for me it is. So what I use a lot as well is the soft keys. So I have it set up so when I press them in combination with my keyboard, just do complex key combinations in a matter of a single click. So for example, instead of pressing F3, which opens the mixer window like that, I would have to move my hand from here to here. I could easily just tap it over here for the same function. Now, for example, instead of going to, when I want to export a file, go to File and press Export and then Audio Mix Down, I have it set up Control F3. So instead of doing something like Control and do like a big stretch over here, I can just hold Control here and press F3 with my other hand. And there we go. So these soft keys have different key combinations to like improve my workflow. And as you probably already know, you can set multiple key commands, like let's say Control Shift Alt +7 or something to one key, which is phenomenal in my opinion. All right, so there you have it. So that's how I use my Wacom Intuos Pro S tablet for audio productions. I could basically simplify all of this in a couple of things. First, ergonomics. Like my pains went away, because like I showed you, like my wrist isn't like this anymore, but more like this, holding the pen. Major improvement. Second of all, just by having the middle mouse button on here and the right mouse click on here, really improved my workflow. Not because of having the buttons in reach, but also how I have them in reach within my hand. Like ergonomically, just moving around the tablet, having this, like the copy of the screen on the tablet. And then the third reason, which is almost as important as my arm's health, is the speed and the workflow. I could easily reduce time compared to a mouse like by 60% easily. Like working with a pen tablet is so much faster. Even people who use mouses, I tell them, give like a pen tablet a try. It's worth it. Now I'll have to confess, it took me around 2 to 3 weeks to fully get used to it. It really felt weird at first, but especially after the first week, I was like, okay, this could perhaps work. And after the second/third week, I thought, I'm never going back to a mouse. Never ever. So if you're wondering, okay, so why do you still have a mouse in here? Some websites or stuff like that don't work well without a mouse. So that's the only reason I have a mouse here. My name is Mendel. Hopefully I learned you something about audio production using a Wacom tablet. And thank you for watching. Cheers.